Module 2. The topic that you'll be studying in this module is carbohydrate. You will encounter related classification, carbohydrate-rich foods, carbohydrate and fatigue, and how to calculate carbohydrate needs of various athletes. The resources that will be beneficial to you include your text chapter 4. Note the types of carbohydrates and food sources in the tables. You'll find those very, very helpful. Your text also does a really good job of discussing different types of monosaccharide receptors in the villi, so be on the lookout for those. Glycemic index versus glycemic load are also noted. The text table entitled Recommended Guidelines for Carbohydrate provides a guide to calculating carbohydrate needs for various athletes. Carbohydrate loading is discussed both in your text and in the Gatorade Sports Science Exchange article number 106. You'll see references to all these citations in your content organizer. The PowerPoint presentation on this topic should also be reviewed. Key concepts for this module are glycemic index and glycemic load. Note that glycemic index quantifies the blood glucose response of a specific food, but glycemic load takes into account how much of that food is eaten. Secondly, you will also encounter many reasons that carbohydrate can contribute to fatigue in an athlete. Fatigue can arise from hypoglycemia, increased levels of lactic acid, depleted glycogen stores, and the central fatigue syndrome. Recall then that the acceptable macronutrient distribution range, or AMDR, for carbohydrate is 45 to 65%, and that when an athlete is carbohydrate loading, they should be consuming approximately 70% of carbohydrate in the 3 days prior to the event. To adequately prepare for this quiz, do recall that Quiz 1 covers Module 1 and 2 content. The second half of Quiz 1 is related to carbohydrate, Module 2. Make sure you respond to the review questions at the end of Chapter 4. They're very important in your preparation. Also review module objectives and the assignment sheet content to fully prepare for this quiz.